Like,
See?
so I've seen. I'll admit the white privilege.
Yeah.
I think that it's
And it's white privilege in the city. Like people, we're not talking about nationwide. It happens nationwide, but we're just literally talking locally. Augusta, Georgia, surrounding areas of
yeah.
Augusta, Georgia. Uh, CSRA is white privilege. Like it's a and it's a difference. Like so,
A clear example
it,
I'll say is I know for a fact that I've seen people in the morning being pulled over that have nurses outfits on. That I know, right? I'll see them get pulled over, like as I'm going to get coffee. This happened a couple times. I guess they're rushing to work or wherever they're at, right? And I'll go to Dunkin'. By the time I come out, that motherfucker be letting them go. I don't believe you got no goddamn ticket. You got warnings. I done witnessed that a couple times. And that's not it's like a generalization of privilege. Not to saying that's true or factual, it's allegedly, because I don't know what the fuck happened in that getting pulled over. But I know that's not, it ain't but like 5 minutes and I'm back on the road. I ain't never had no, been pulled over no 5 minutes.
never ain't got no citation.
Nah,
never,
hell nah.
never.
So it's interesting. I love it. I'm so grateful that you came on to talk with me. And shout out to you too for the Exhale podcast. You be on that too. Now I want to get your opinion in reference to podcasting. I have some questions I have for all the ladies.
Okay.
If you will indulge me. 1 second. Now these are some I don't necessarily have to respond. All right, I might if I want to in the sense of just based on what you answer, but some of these are just relationship based, opinionated. You can answer them however you like.
Okay.
All right. What are some red flags for you?
What's a red flag? What's a red flag? I don't know. I don't really have a specific red flag.
All right. All right. We'll move on. All right. Now this is an or. All right.
Oh,
Tacos or Mexican.
Mexican.
Mexican. Okay. All right. All right. What does it mean to have the cake and eat it too?
It means that you want the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. Now, aren't we allowed to do that? And aren't that what we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing it.
What are some healthy improvements men can make?
Learn themselves.
Learn themselves. I like that one. That's really interesting you say that. That's good. That's good feedback. That's a really honest, honeful answer. Because I think that if you ain't doing it for the next friend you know or the next person trying to pay you or whatever scenarios and opportunity, you're doing it for yourself.
You're doing it for yourself.
You're really learning what you want. All right, this is a personal one.
Okay.
All right, does a man's tone really affect a woman's emotional response?
Yeah, because I stopped talking to a dude recently simply because he escalated his voice in a conversation.
Now, I think that is different. That's different than what I'm asking for.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, like I think I'm a loud individual. Not
Oh,
in
no,
terms-
not like...
I'm saying like I can be it's clear I could be irritated about something and still my tone will be loud, but I'm not directing it.
You're passionate.
Yeah, my tone can be intense to where if I do say something in the wrong words and I don't check myself, I can see I have to apologize. I didn't mean that towards you. This ain't got, I have to acknowledge
But
that ain't about you.
I think you should learn your person.
That's a
I think
Yeah.
once you know your person, because learning your person is this is their behavior,
Yeah.
right? Just like with our kids, we say, oh, well, she don't like that, or that's the behavior.
Yeah.
So your partner too, we just have certain behaviors that you learn that you just know is of your partner. So
Yeah.
I feel like learning your partner, even if he raises his voice, I know that he's a very passionate person because I am too. We know that's not an argument.
Yeah.
It's not a heated conversation. This is us passionately talking about whatever we're talking about. It's not an argument where we know when we're arguing.
And I definitely agree. If you're doing it in a tone raising of like aggression in an actual, that's a different story. I agree. That's a little, that can definitely engage. I got to ask that question clearer then, I think, for the ladies, so it comes off what I'm trying to say. Because I do think a lot of men, I'm not going to say every story I hear about tones from dudes, but I do think we acknowledge it among men. I guess with the guys I've talked to about tones, it's like, yeah, I can get worked up about her wanting to say this, but yet because I just can't bring it down at the moment. But I ain't meaning nothing, and she knows this. But we still like this ain't this way. I don't know. I just feel like the tone is something that gets men in trouble, and they don't.
Mm-hmm.
You got to recognize and be honest about when it's
Yep.
for them. I feel like.
Yep.
All right. What do you think men lack in acknowledging in relationships?
Their emotions.
Okay. What's the top thing you wish men understood about you?
The top thing. The top thing that I wish men would understand about me is that we're not as emotional as they think.
Okay. And any advice you want to give to men?
Just be yourself.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just
Learn
be
yourself.
Just be yourself. Like I run into a lot of men that you put on and portray to be something that you're not, only to impress somebody. But if you start out authentically yourself, that probably get you farther. But it also probably eliminates certain things like a bad interaction when things don't go the way you anticipated or she anticipated, because you were straightforward and honest about your intentions from the get go. So just being yourself, like whatever your intentions is, even if it does not, just have some type of integrity. Even if it doesn't get you your way, be you. Because some
Honesty is
people
key.
aren't ready to be in a relationship. So don't put on like you're ready to be in a relationship just so you can fuck that girl.
Yo,
like
you saying that, look,
like-
I was ready to be in a relationship and she kept wanting to fuck me. And I'm glad I realized later down the road that this bitch was fucking with me the whole time versus wanting some real, because one minute she wanted to be in a relationship, next she's like, I done told you we ain't in a relationship. Bitch, you over here every goddamn week. What we doing? Like, this ain't no,
but she
we
was
got
honest.
kids.
She said she didn't want no relationship.
We was a year and a half playing around. Fuck that. But I realized
But you allowed that play
You're
around
right, you're
for a
right.
year and a half. But she told you it's kind of like, so she did the flip of what men do.
she fucked.
Pretty
She got me.
much.
She
That's
got
what
me.
she did.
House, was it room and board?
Room and board.
Room and board.
That might be what she needed.
That's all right. She ain't cost me no extra money like that, so it's worth it.
It was worth it.
Cheap coochie.
It was cheap coochie.
Yeah, if it's just room and board, you already gonna pay for that anyways.
Right. Anyway, you're right.
You got what I'm saying?
You're right. You ain't lose nothing.
I tried that for a little bit.
Yeah, he ain't lose nothing. He ain't lose.
This one right here, this coochie cost me $250,000. So I got to keep this coochie.
You got to keep this one.
No, I got to keep this one.
Yeah, that
This
was
one
a
important.
huge investment.
Yeah,
Say ladies, they say if he invest in you, he gonna keep you. So there you go.
I think,
and that's a big investment.
You're right, and I think that if you commit to someone, whether you see it long term yet or not, if you see the commitment, you got to be willing to invest. Whether that's emotionally, and like my wife, fiance, I call her wife already, but she puts up with me through all this shit, through the comedy, and a lot of this gives me stability through my ADHD and how I manage as a parent, how I work with my schedule, but she still sees, the goals. She's with the program. When I'm at home and I'm working with hers, working on the house, doing what she wants. We have a goal.
Y'all have a balance and y'all have a goal. Like you said, y'all have a vision, but it's again, she knows her person, if that makes sense. So knowing your person allows you say it's dealing with your bullshit or dealing with your shit.
Yeah.
Even though it may be a lot, but when you know your person, you're not dealing with that bullshit. You're dealing with your person. Like, that's what you accept. That's what you're going to tolerate. It's not too much for her. So that's why. Like, it's not, you think it's too much, but it's not. It's not too much for her, because if it was too much, she wouldn't do it.
Well, see, there's a good thing to be, there's a bad thing. The good thing that I feel like came from all this was TikTok.